swains that are winching and getting married and thinking about it, this is a warning poem.
Ready to meet 20 years ago, then away.
Hey, I'm already in the black books with Alison, I forgot to say when she was there, but I'll mention her several times. You're listening to this now. There's a one-eyed yellow idol to the north of Kathmandu. There's a little marble cross below the town. There's a broken-hearted woman tends the grave of Madkaru, and the yellow god forever gazes down. He was known as Madkaru by the subs at Kathmandu. That was your bit, Danny. The subs at Kathmandu. He was hotter than they felt inclined to tell, but for all his foolish pranks, he was worshipped in the ranks, and the colonel's daughter smiled on him as well. He had loved her all along with a passion of the strong. The fact she loved him was plain to all. She was nearly 21, and arrangements had begun to celebrate her birthday with a ball. He wrote to ask what present she would like from Madkaru. The next day they met, he dismissed a squad, and jestingly she told him that nothing else would do but the green eye of the little yellow god. On the night before the dance, Madkaru seemed in a trance, and they chaffed him as they puffed at their cigars. But for once he failed to smile, and he sat alone a while, then went out into the night beneath the stars. He returned before the dawn, with his shirt and tunic torn, and a gash across his temple, dripping sweat, no, red, dripping red. He was patched up right away, and he slept through all that day, and the colonel's daughter watched beside his bed. He woke at last and asked if they could send his tunic through. She brought it, and he thanked her with a nod. He bade her search the pocket, saying, "That's from Madkaru," and she found the little green eye of the god. She upbraided poor Carol in the way that women do, though both her eyes were strangely hot and wet. But she wouldn't take the stone, and Madkaru was left alone with the jewel that he chanced his life to get. When the ball was at its height on that still and tropic night, she thought of him and hastened to his room. As she crossed the barrack square, she could hear the dreamy air of a waltz tune softly stealing through the gloom. His door was open wide, with silver moonlight shining through. The place was wet and slippery where she trod. An ugly knife lay buried in the heart of Madkaru. 'Twas the vengeance of the little yellow god. There's a one-eyed yellow idol to the north of Kathmandu. There's a little marble cross below the town. There's a broken-hearted woman tends the grave of Madkaru, and the little yellow god forever gazes down. There. Now, all these wee swarries are always finished with the comic giving a wee song, so I'm not going to disappoint you when you hear a wee song, if that's all right. Yeah. Is that all right? And you'll help me out with wee bits of it, please. Yes, yes.